Good evening, everyone, and welcome as always on a Monday evening to the Ballyholland Weekly News. So I'm just going to kickstart as always with some of my shout outs and birthdays. So if you want to get the photographs up there. So our first shout out is for Eamon and Philomena Turley from Ballyholland. They are 55 years married today. So they had a party at the weekend, and we would just like to wish them all the very best and massive congratulations on such a milestone. So they were married 55 years today. Our next shout out is for Nicola O'Gorman. Nicola is one of our senior camogues, and she's also a member of the Camogie Committee. It's Nicola's birthday, so everybody from the Camogie and the club would like to wish Nicola a very happy birthday. Our next birthday is for our club chairman, Jim. It was Jim's birthday last week, and I bet you he thought I was going to forget about this here. So listen, very happy birthday, Jim, from everybody at the Harps. Moving on, keeping it in the family, the next birthday shout out we have is for Jim's wife, Sandra. As you can see, Sandra's pictured there with our very own Damien. She met him while she was out doing the walking challenge in Ballyholland. So massive happy birthday to Jim's wife, Sandra, as well. And our last birthday shout out is for Maeve O'Hare. Maeve is one of our senior camogues. So everybody in the Camogie Club would like to wish Maeve a very happy birthday. So that's my shout outs for this week then. So I'm just going to move on then to my weekly GAA update. So we have plenty going on in the club at the minute, which is fantastic. We had our second senior game away to Burn on Friday night. So that was our second league game. The final score at that game was Burn 0-8, Ballyholland 0-7. It was a very rainy evening, but an extremely enjoyable game of football. The lads definitely had it in them for the win. Maybe just got pipped at the post at the last minute and a few wee missed scores, but definitely loads and loads to work on. So the next senior game will be at home this Friday night to Mayo Bridge. You can take that photograph off then, Cahill, if you want, because that's the only football photograph I have. We had an under-13 game, and it was a challenge game at home to Carcruppen. The final score I don't actually have, but I do believe it was a great win for the Harps under-13s. So that was a couple of games last week. So with regards fixtures for the coming week, we have now updated our club website, and you can see the link for that there on the club Facebook page, and that will give you all the upcoming fixtures within the club. So I'm just going to run through a couple of them because maybe not everybody's on Facebook. So first of all, our first game is this evening. The under-17s have a friendly, and it's away to Drummondtee. So I'll be heading to that there game. That game I think is scheduled for about 7:15 or so. So that is the under-17s away to Drummondtee this evening. Then the second game is the under-13s are away to Burn on Tuesday evening at 7 o'clock, and this will be their first league game. The next game then will be under-15s are away to Clonduff on Thursday evening, and that there is either going to be at 7 or 7:30. The next game then would be on obviously with the senior game on Friday evening, which is know about, and then the reserves are at home on Saturday evening to Leitrim, and that match is at 5 o'clock. And then on Sunday starts our under-11 league, so it's at 11 o'clock. There will be 3 under-11 teams playing. There'll be one team at home to Ahadurg in Ballyholland, and then the other 2 teams are travelling to Warren Point. That's the under-11 league. So loads and loads of football coming up, which is absolutely fantastic. And then obviously moving on from that there, just a reminder to everybody that obviously we are allowed spectators on our grounds now, which is brilliant. Obviously still following club procedures for whatever club you're visiting, and obviously our own club, just follow the COVID procedures with regards sanitising and social distancing as much as you can. Then just on another COVID note, it's been shared on our Facebook page. If anybody was obviously travelling to Spain or is in Spain, we wouldn't expect anybody to be at club activity for 14 days after they travel from Spain. That their update has went out on all our WhatsApp groups, and it's on our Facebook page. And then just a wee reminder to everybody, as always, as we are now getting fully back into league fixtures, and then hopefully in the future the championship, It's just a reminder that we haven't eased any of our procedures around the club grounds. So we are asking that people are sanitising their hands, that they are keeping their social distance, and that children are obviously made very aware of this as well, especially when training's going on. The children aren't entering the field while the teams are on, because we're trying to restrict any type of contact as much as we possibly can following the guidelines. So it's just a wee reminder that nothing has went away, and please just keep the whole thing going so that we can have all the games going ahead. So I'm just going to move on then to the weekly camogie update, as always, from Caroline, Poland. So the Camogues had their first competitive games last week. So the seniors travelled to Castlewellan last Monday night. It was a tough battle throughout, some fantastic play by both sides. The final score was Castlewellan 4-15, Harps 5-8. Next up for the seniors, they are at home to Mayo Bridge, and that game is actually on this evening at 7:30 for anybody that fancies going over to watch it. It's in Ballyholland, and obviously there's spectators, so that's Ballyholland versus Mayo Bridge at 7:30 in Ballyholland. The under-13 Camogues travelled to Attic Hall last week. There was some fantastic play seen by the girls with a win. Harps 5-1, Attic Hall. Harps 15-1, Attic Hall 5-2. And then it was just great to see all the girls playing, and all the best for all the camogie games this week, girls. So that there is the camogie update for this week. I'm just going to move on then, as always, Cathal, to the lotto video, if you have it there. So that was our weekly lotto draw, which took place last night in the club. So the roundup of the numbers again, they were 1, 7, 8 and 19. There was no jackpot winner. We had 6 £10 winners. Those were Gary Bennett, Philly Murda, Deirdre Coulter, Lillian McMahon, Barry O'Connor and Yvonne Rowe. So our jackpot next week is creeping up to a massive £7,900. As always, you can buy tickets in Ballyholland shop. You can buy them in the club or from any of the mentors within your teams, and also on Club Funder online. So that is it from the lotto. Now I'm just going to move on to some local news. I have my local update from Declan, and excuse me, but he's only just sent it to me, so I'm just going to read it to you here. So a few further initiatives on COVID-19 government funding have come out this week. A no doubt popular one for the month of August is the Eat Out to Help Out scheme, which gives 50% off discount for meals out from Monday to Wednesday. It's rumoured that Pat's Chippies Courtney Hill is flat out. So if you want to get half price in Pat's, work away. It would be probably worth mentioning. You probably need to just check what type of places are taking part in this initiative. And I'm sure there would be something online or on their Facebook pages, but worth checking just before you go. Another important one is from the Department of Education. The Childcare Recovery Support Package will help childcare providers to reopen or remain open, and will apply to daycare and school-age childcare settings, playgroups and childminders. The Council are still taking applications for financial assistance for the Community Response and Recovery Grant under the themes Community and Safety Support, Suicide Prevention and Good Community Relations. These grants are between £500 and £2,000. There is also the reopening of the Sports Hardship Fund for sporting organisations financially hit by COVID-19 in terms of their ability to raise money as they would have done except for the virus situation. Newry Rugby Club are hosting a Give It a Try initiative aimed at women's rugby. They are setting up girls' youth teams and are running this promotion on Sunday, the 9th of August at 10:30. Remember how brilliant the Irish ladies team are. So that there is a rugby club initiative, and I'm sure if you go onto their Facebook page, they will have updates on that there. So that is my update from Declan McAteer thank you as always to Declan. Just a couple of more things, not an awful lot of news going about. Still no Sunshine Club in the community centre, but they have assured me that they are working very, very hard to get an afternoon tea organised for all their members in mid-August. And then just keeping within the community centre, Ballyholland Community Centre have extended slightly their opening hours for this week. So they are opened on Monday 2 to 7, Wednesday 3 to 9, and Saturday 10 to 3. And again, the gym is open, but it's limited to 3 people per time. So it may be worth giving them a ring before you just arrive over, just to ensure that you can get in. They are hoping to be open full time in mid-August. And then I think there's a picture there. There is yoga running every Wednesday evening in the community centre as the community centre is opened. I think you've that picture there, Cahill. Yeah, so this yoga started last week, and you just pay for your entire sessions all in one go, and then at least you don't have to worry about it. Now, I have went to this before, and it's a really fantastic thing to have in the community centre, and there's a lovely girl does it, and it's in a private room, so you're not out in the main big hall or anything got there. So if anybody fancies a bit of yoga, Ballyholland Community Centre every Wednesday evening at 7:30. You can drop them a message on the Facebook page if you want to book a slot. So that is me for this week. As always, thank you to anybody that gives me updates. We'll have loads and loads more GAA news next week, as we have loads of football and camogie going on. So as always, if anybody has anything that they'd like to get a shout out or let me know about, certainly drop me a line on the club Facebook page, or you can send me a message. So thanks very much. See you next week. Bye.